Fading. We gotta go. I'll get my car. I brought mine. Yours. I gotta get me one of those.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Bat Dan's Discussions. So, we have a lot to talk about today, especially about a superhero from the DC universe who would beat heroes from the Marvel universe, such as Captain America and Cable. Yes, what I am saying right now to you, Sox Bulletins, is that the Joker would beat both Cable and Captain America. Joker would cream the two of them. So, can't wait to have a show talking about the supervillain who could take down a lot of other superheroes from Marvel. Right, Zod?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What up, Sox? And we have Bishop. What up, man? And the Curly Ray. He'll be on replay crew, but thank you for stopping by. And Mad Max, who was here at 12 o'clock our time, Central Time this morning, or this afternoon. So,
interesting.
Yeah, but you get that sometimes. You get some loyal supporters who just are just commenting like, hey, can't wait for this stream.
Yeah, exactly. It's really something. What's up, Bishop?
Well, anyway, before we get started today, can't do a Bat Dan... well, I guess we can do a Bat Dan stream without mentioning this, since I forgot yesterday. Sox and I dropped the ball on this, but... trying to make this appear. One Punch Dan Cinematic Universe coming January 2026, and I saw a post from you today, Zod, that says you're almost done.
Yeah, it's nearly done. won't be long now. I'm super excited. I mean, for those that are interested, for all like 9 of you that care about One Punch Man, it's almost done. So I'm super excited and I cannot wait. I'm going to be. I'm really looking forward to putting it out, and it will be released in either January or February, depending on how I feel. And I will have it up for members of my channel, possibly early. It'll possibly be up for members early to watch before everybody else gets it. Because when you have memberships on your YouTube channel, every time you upload something, you have the option of setting it for members and then setting a date for it to eventually become public. So I don't know so that's kind of my plan right now for One Punch Man. I'm really looking forward to you guys all seeing it again, but none of you guys will get to see it in its entirety until One Punch Man over here and myself have had a chance to sit down and watch it in person, because that's definitely going to happen. We're going to watch it together, and then after that, so that's when you guys will know that it's going to get dropped when Batman says that he's seen the movie. That's when you'll know, because he doesn't want to watch it until it's completely done, and you won't have to wait too much longer. So I'm getting pretty excited now. I guess I'm getting more and more excited as time goes on and I get closer and closer to finishing it, and I look at how it started as a joke and how far it's come and how it's an actual movie now. It's just blowing me away.
Yeah, I know. All because I joked about punching Karens at the bank during our Army of Thieves review with Josh.
Yeah, it's really insane. It's really insane the way ideas begin. I mean, it's just incredible to take to have an actual idea of something small that could have been a joke, could have been just something goofy, could have been a parody, and I turned it into an actual cinematic piece of art. And I don't know where, how it happened like that, like in terms of just where all of the creativity came from. But it's taken its toll, it's taken its time, and I think in the end it'll all be worth it. You guys are going to be in for something. It is the ultimate love letter to this community. So all 9 of you who are interested in seeing it, you will get a chance to watch the entire movie, and I'm looking forward to each and every one of you getting a chance to watch One Punch Man.
And I cannot wait to see it. And Sin Havoc, another person who helped start the movie idea.
Sin Havoc is also a character in the movie, so there's that. We've got yeah, absolutely. We've got lots of people in this community who may not actually appear in the movie as characters, but are maybe referenced in some way, or there's like a nod or an Easter egg. So people that pay attention to the movie will get all kinds of little nuggets and nods to this community and various people within it, and as well as there is a reference or two to the Cell Snyderverse movement as well. So there's plenty going on. There's plenty going on in that movie, and I'm just really looking forward to everybody seeing it. I'm just super excited.
And I'm excited to see it too. I can't wait. And yeah, Sox, I'm throwing you under the bus too, because I went over the topics with you and you didn't remind me either. So, and I don't feel like taking all the blame. So
Well,
also,
Socks did get to watch an early cut of the movie, so Socks knows, at least has an idea of what's kind of stuff is in this movie. So Socks is one of the few who was actually interested in seeing a rough edit of the movie. The Curly Ray got to see it as well. I mean, Bishop, he's in the editing bay with me every time I every time I print out a new cut of the movie. I got Bishop and Qatar. Josh has seen it. Necron has seen a cut of it. Retro Nerd Girl's seen a cut of it. Quite a few of you have gotten a chance to see it. And so, it's nice that, it's nice to have enough of it done to be able to share with people and stuff. And now it's nearly complete. So I'm really excited. I'm over the moon. I've got every reason to be excited because I think this is going to be it's a love letter to this community, but it's also honoring the late, great Mikey Sutton, which to me is one of the biggest aspects of the movie. One of the greatest reasons for doing the movie in the first place. Shout out to Skywalker the Jedi. And I honestly, I feel like I would have been tempted to give up on the project early on had I not been able to get Mikey's family, get their permission for Mikey to be in the project, because to me that was a big reason for doing it in the first place. So the idea that it started out as a joke became something serious, and also became a way to honor the late great Mikey Sutton. It just makes me so happy to be able to do that, as well as honor this community and have something to celebrate with a brand new universe.
Absolutely, Zod. Absolutely. So, guys, 2026, January or February, One Punch Dan, and become a member of Zod's channel. Don't forget that either. And that includes myself. I need to remember to do this after the stream. So.
Well, I will say one last thing about it, though. If you become a member of my channel, you'll probably see it early because it'll be uploaded as soon as it's done. As soon as in fact, the day that me and Bat Dan get together and watch One Punch Dan, once One Punch Dan leaves my apartment, I will be uploading once you're out of the parking lot, I will be uploading the movie to my YouTube channel. And if you're a member of my channel, you'll be able to watch it right then and there. So you won't have to wait until January or February, because chances are it'll get dropped. It'll get dropped sometime sooner. Maybe, I don't know. It's gonna all depend, because like I said, Bat Dan's got to be the first person to see the finished cut, and he's got to watch it with me personally. We can't do it online. We have to watch it. We have to physically watch it together, because it's just been too much. It's just been too long of a thing. And I would say that I would love for everybody to get the MetaQuest virtual reality goggles, because then we can all sit in a big IMAX movie theater and experience it in front of a big IMAX screen without having to leave our geographical locations. So that's something that, because that's something I've done a couple of times. I've actually watched, various edits of this movie on like a big IMAX screen in virtual reality, and have had an amazing experience. I'm like, that looks pretty good on like 150 inch screen. My God, and so it's kind of impressive to see all, to see all my closest friends and some family members as superheroes and anti-heroes and villains and various. It's just wonderful to see. Yeah, a virtual red carpet kind of a thing. That'd be fun. That'd be really neat, But yeah, we're moving on all cylinders now, and this is it's been a long time coming, and I think it'll all have been worth the wait.
Absolutely, Zod, and I cannot wait to see it, have some pizza, and watch One Punch Man. So, again, this channel will continue to promote One Punch Man, except for the times I forget, like yesterday. And my co-host doesn't remind me because I am blaming Socks as well.
Well, I mean, Socks wants a dancing Christmas tree in the movie, so I don't know if I can accommodate a dancing Christmas tree this late into the project, but I get you would have had to ask me a lot sooner. but yeah, you want to know what you want to know one of the most difficult aspects of this project is?
Oh, sure. What?
The ending credits. Just putting that out there. The ending credits is very, very difficult to do, but I digress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll know what that means when I see the movie. So.
Yes, you will.
And now onto some sadder matters. Tara Strong actually reminded me of this today. So Tara Strong, she is the voice of Harley Quinn in the Arkham games, minus Asylum, and has voiced Batgirl in the Batman the Animated Series, and voiced Timmy Turner in Fairly OddParents. Not that this last one applies to Kevin Conroy, but it was a show I watched a lot as a kid. But today is the 3-year anniversary of when Kevin Conroy, the GOAT for Batman, the greatest of all time, passed away. So I just want to share Tara Strong's post real quick. So... You left me today 3 years ago. My Batman, real Kevin Conroy. It doesn't feel real. It definitely doesn't feel right. There's a bat-shaped hole in my heart forever. So here's them here. And then, so yep, the roles they played in the DCAU. And then another one of them together. And, it's a tragic loss. I mean, he's like the one thing that like all Batman fans agree on is Kevin Conroy. I don't think there's a single Batman fan out there who doesn't like Kevin Conroy as Batman, and it's just.
I totally agree. I can totally agree with that. It's crazy, but it is true.
I was actually replaying Batman Arkham Knight recently, and just hearing how good Kevin Conroy is in that game, and then actually I got to experience Kevin Conroy again for the first time on Justice League Battle for Metropolis. I went at Six Flags Magic Mountain when I went to LA to meet Sky and the gang, as well as my home park at Great America. Justice League Battle for Metropolis. Kevin Conroy voiced Batman on that ride. So they still get new exposure to him as Batman, and maybe one in 2027, depending on how things go. So, but just, it's a tragic loss. And today's, I just wanted to pay a little tribute to him since it's that day. I guess anything else you want to say, Zod?
Yeah, I agree with everything he said. He's the definitive voice of Batman for real. It's like when I read a Batman comic, I hear his voice.
Same here. Absolutely. Same here. And so, yeah, and absolutely. And he liked that, and he liked our live action Batman too. He praised Ben Affleck, which
he considered Ben Affleck to be the GOAT in live action, and he certainly is.
There's, I really wish I captured some stills, but you see that one still of Kevin Conroy's Bruce Wayne from the animated series and Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne side by side.
Mm-hmm.
It's like night and day different, or not night and day, like exactly the same. It's just it's weird, or not weird, but it's like Zack Snyder. Let's say he probably paid tributes for a reason to the writing.
Well, he definitely did. In BVS, Bruce Wayne was wearing the Kevin Conroy Batman outfit when he was running, when he was running during the incident. with Zod and Superman. You remember?
Oh yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, he was essentially, Ben Affleck was the Kevin Conroy, was the live action equivalent of the Kevin Conroy Batman. It's unfortunate. The only time we got to see Kevin Conroy as a live action Batman was in that god awful CW crossover, which is a shame because
I will never forgive CW for that. No.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't fair to him for him to play that psychotic version of Batman that he played in that show. I don't know what they were thinking. Like,
well, this would piss me off. They were advertising. We're finally getting Kevin Conroy in live action as Batman. We were all so excited. Like, when I first heard his voice in a live action show, I'm like, oh my God. And then they just used him to prop up Batwoman. I'm like...
It's like, it was like almost... It was like, once again, subverting expectations just because you can. Not because you really have a reason. I mean, they should have did the whole bit. They should have rolled out the black carpet for Kevin Conroy and let Kevin Conroy don a full, actual, animated series accurate Batman costume and had him just be that Batman for that short time that he was on screen. But instead, they decided to do some weird, bizarre storyline and some weird alternate reality Batman that didn't make sense. I guess you got to prop up Batwoman somehow, right?
A Batwoman that left the show the next season even. So,
well, you have to get some people. You got to have some way to get people to watch that trash, I guess.
Yep, absolutely. But still, though, Kevin Conroy's done a lot of amazing roles, and as Batman, like the longest running Batman voice actor ever. I mean, he's done Batman in the most projects, more than any other actor, because the people want to see Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
In Justice games, the Arkham games, and then I still got to see that Crisis on Infinite Earths special. I mean, I did see the clip of Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill, which...
Yeah, there wasn't much. I'd already forgotten about it till you brought it up, so...
But it was, I mean, even though, obviously, when Kevin Conroy recorded this, he didn't know that was going to be his last time as Batman, but it was such a fitting last performance of Kevin Conroy as Batman and Mark Hamill as the Joker, because Mark Hamill said he's not voicing Joker anymore. He says, with Kevin Conroy dead, he's done as Joker.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, but yes, rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. Just want to give you a shout out since this is, the anniversary of your tragic passing, and you meant a lot to a lot of people in the DC fandom. So rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. And now I wanted to share this, a bit of happier news now. I wanted to share some cosplay of Josh Herrera. I invited him to be on the stream, but he's seeing The Running Man right now. So hope you have a great time, Josh, but I still found a way to incorporate you in this stream because I wanted to show your cosplay. So here is Josh Herrera's Joker cosplay, and it looks really good. Like Josh really went into detail on this. Like, you can tell he is a fan of Jared Leto's Joker. Like, you can tell.
Is he really a fan? I couldn't tell. I mean, I was.
Oh, let me take this off.
I mean, looking at this, I was confused. Is he really a fan? Is he really a fan, or is he the freaking Joker? I mean, my God.
I mean, I'm just like, you really put all those tattoos. I'm like, damn. And then I'm going to share a video real quick, and I just got to make sure it's mute so I don't get Yeah, so I have to mute the video so that I don't get copyright stricken, but...
Well, that's a shame because he's doing his best impersonation.
Yes, I know. I know, but you know how YouTube is, though. So,
Yeah.
but yep, release the Air Cut, sells the Shale to Netflix, sells Snyderverse to Netflix, all in Joker colors: green, white, and purple. So
Yeah, he could dress up as Just Josh all he wants, and he won't have to worry about any copyright videos. Wow.
yeah. Well, sometimes YouTube does copyright on people's behalf without asking them. So there might still be an issue. Even though you're the content creator, they might just copyright on your behalf without asking you.
Hopefully not.
Well, be careful, Bishop, because Just Josh is an undercover agent for Isage, so be careful with him as your partner. Just make Josh is such a good supervillain. Like, you don't even need to make him a superhero. Just make him a supervillain. I mean, he clearly embraces it.
Well, wait till you see the movie, and then you'll have a clear idea of what to expect with the future of Just Josh.
Okay, but I don't know. I wouldn't, Bishop. I wouldn't. I just have an instinct that Just Josh is going to betray you. It's just a feeling. I don't know if it's just One Punch Stand bias because One Punch Stand and Just Josh have a rivalry, but yes, I wanted to share that real quick because I figured with what we're talking about today, I figured it seemed appropriate to share Just Josh's Joker cosplay. But I'll say this, Just Josh, on record, right now, I want to see a Nightmare Joker cosplay. You've done the Suicide Squad Joker, or it's the same costume. I was going to say Studio Squad, but I'm sure he doesn't look that different in the Air Cut. But I want to see a Nightmare Joker next. You've done the Suicide Squad Joker. Now let's get some Nightmare Joker. So, putting that request live right now. But still, great work, Josh Herrera. And it was a really good costume, so I wanted to share it.
Definitely. Wow.
So I think that was for Halloween. But
impressive.
Very impressed. So great work, Just Josh. And now, as always, we're going to share some last photograph photos. So again, we're going to share Zack Snyder's Instagram. There's going to be some other photos on there that we're going to talk about later. We're not talking about this yet. So right now, for this part of the stream, we're just talking about the last photograph. So this was the one that we left off on. So here is a photo. And I'm just going to stop saying the camera work because or 50 millimeter dream lens. I guess I know I can pronounce that, but like, and then here's another photo. Kind of curious why he's riding a horse. That'll be really interesting. I don't know. Horse riding makes me nervous. I did horseback riding once in Costa Rica about 7 years ago. Yes, about 7 years ago. And I was actually nervous because I don't know if you ever watched Full House, Zod.
Well, yeah, I've seen some episodes, but I wasn't the biggest fan.
But anyway, in the series finale, Michelle falls off her horse and gets amnesia. So I'm like seeing that.
Okay, I don't remember that, but okay.
But yeah, point of me asking about this is it made me nervous about riding horses, and I was nervous riding then. So I'm just saying that I give this guy credit for doing that. But I'm sure people do it all the time. I just get nervous about falling off and whatnot. But still, great photography here. We'll talk about this later. Shooting in Bogota with an Airy 265. So it seems like Zack Snyder has changed locations for his filming now.
Change locations, change cameras.
Wait, what? I spelled photograph wrong? Did I spell photograph wrong? Or Sock's messing with me? Oh, my. Okay. So anyway, let's get back on topic now. So I'm kind of wondering what's going on here. Looks like in this... Wonder if he... Looks like he did something he regrets or something, or has to make a difficult decision. Like the way his face is looking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn. Oh, boy. I can't wait to see the story for this. I don't know, Bishop, because I care about quality for my channel. But I guess I'm never going to listen to Socks again. For now on, I'm just ignoring all feedback from Socks.
That's why I didn't say anything, because,
It's called a picture, Bat Dan. Well, yes, I know it's a picture, but... Anyway. His Land Rover. 1966. It's 1966 Land Rover. It's amazing how cars from the 60s still seem to function. If you treat them right. My car ain't gonna last that long. But still. Just gotta quick drink of water real quick. Okay, now we'll skip that one for now. Oh, I just love this one. I feel that like the number of F's I'm giving in this photo is very close to 0. Also, this Airy 265 is awesome. Big thanks to Airy for supplying this amazing camera. I love Zack's attitude. I really love Zack Snyder's attitude.
Yes. It's nice to see him expressing himself like this.
Maybe it stems from different time periods. So you're saying it doesn't take place all in one time period. That's interesting. And then, click the wrong one. So... And then, so is this the last day to shoot for Last Photograph? Looks like our stunt Batman, Richard Citrone, and I don't know who this guy is, Mike Justice, or... But still. So I guess they're done filming the Last Photograph then? So I guess Zack can move on to Brawler now. And then, from the Last Photograph, taken in the misty mountains of Bogota. With my, I cannot pronounce this camera name, and 18 millimeters. But still, lots of great photos.
There's time jumps in One Punch Man as well. I'll just say.
Oh, you mean like production company? Yeah, we don't know that yet. We don't know if it's under Netflix or Universal or Paramount. I feel like it's not Warner Brothers right now. Could be Disney even. Whether it's Fox or Disney proper, or maybe Sony.
I'm going to assume it's Netflix, because Netflix has a first look deal with Zack on everything. So why wouldn't Netflix pick it up?
Yeah, that's a good point. Only reason I think it may be Warner Brothers, if let's say they want this movie in theaters and Netflix knows they're going to buy Warner Brothers. That's interesting. You're not going to know until you're supposed to know. Okay. Absolutely. And again, love seeing Zack Snyder post about his next movie. Or I guess that's not, does that come out next, or does Brawler come out next? I know it's being filmed before Brawler, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to come out before Brawler.
I don't know.
We don't know who's picking up Brawler. I think the only movie we know for sure who's picking it up is the LAPD movie.
Maybe we can get Skywalker to ask Zack for us.
Right. Yes. Next time Zack Snyder's doing something in LA, because I tell you, I really envy Sky going to all these things in LA. It's like, if I had the money to fly to LA constantly, I would do it. Oh, wait, it was filmed already? Okay. Oh, okay. So, again, I don't know when all these movies are filming. Is that confirmed about Paramount having Brawler? Okay, there's more filming for Brawler to be done. Okay. But yes, so excited for Last Photograph, and
wow, Zach is so talented. He could be working on filming multiple projects. It's insane.
That's a good point. Yeah, people were worried that we're asking too much of Zach to do ZSHL 2 and 3 when he has his other projects. Well, Zach doesn't seem to mind doing multiple projects right now.
Exactly. That's kind of the point. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, is it not possible?
Sorry, I was reading Sin Havoc's comment. Okay. I mean, I don't follow UFC that much, so I don't really know, but yeah, because, Zack Snyder's going to have a busy schedule likely soon, so he's probably trying to get all his smaller projects filmed together so that they're out. So, anyway, though, can't wait for Last Photograph. And now, this was a topic that we added today. Well, that's a little different, though, Bishop, because that's all on one set. These are like two different projects on two different sets. But still, though, Zack Snyder posts about BVS. So this happened today. This was a topic I had to add today. So we're going to share it. Oh, wait, I think I hit the wrong. Okay, here we are. So here we go. Zack Snyder. This was on BVS IMAX. Fun to shoot. Do you notice how Zack Snyder, when he does his past movies, he seems to only do his DC movies lately? He's not promoting 300 or Dawn of the Dead or Army of the Dead right now even, or Rebel Moon right now even. But he's posting a lot about DC lately.
Yeah, that's pretty peculiar, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like I said, I think this post alone wouldn't mean that much, but I think when you put this post with a bunch of other stuff that he's posting,
well, we know how Zach does what Zach does. I mean, there's meaning behind everything.
Exactly. So, and then also he posts again about Henry Cavill, our Superman. So 4x5 Polaroid rare color. I love this photo. It is pure Superman. Absolutely.
And I love the way all of the little gun bots are just losing their minds every time Zach posts something like this.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you're getting your universe, why do you care about Zach posting about his universe?
Right. You know what it is? It reeks of insecurity. They know how bad the gunverse really is. They know that it's trash, so they have to. So that's why they lose their mind over Zach, because it's insecurity. It's complete and utter insecurity. And they should be insecure. I mean, look at Henry Cavill. And then look at David Cornsweet as Superman. And tell me that gunbots don't have a reason to be insecure.
Oh yeah. Sold imminent. I don't know why I can't pronounce that word. Okay, so Sin Havoc, I'm just telling you right now, we are going to talk about the Universal bid, but please watch all the way through, okay? There's a topic after that, okay? So just keep that in mind with what we're going to be talking about, okay? So we're going to jump to the conclusion. We're probably going to go to the conclusion you're leading towards, is all I'm saying. But anyways. But yeah, this is our Superman, and I rewatched Zack Snyder's Justice League today, and still, that scene where he says not impressed with Steppenwolf, and that score that plays when he's beating Steppenwolf's ass, to me, that is the ultimate Superman scene. Just seeing that, other than the words not impressed, Henry Cavill doesn't utter a single word after that, during that whole sentiment. 2 announcement, 1 before this year ends. Okay. Imminent. I don't know, there's certain words that are just kind of tongue twisters. But just seeing that scene when he's beating on Steppenwolf and that score plays, that is Superman to me. That is just pure Superman, and Henry Cavill's doing that all through his face, all through facial expressions. And I love that scene. It is my all-time favorite Superman scene ever. Not just Henry Cavill, not just Zack Snyder. I mean, Superman ever. But yeah, I guess, Zod, anything else you want to say before we move on to one of our main topics?
No.
But yes, and just make sure it was the 3rd time, right? I'm actually getting... Yep, 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, so now... Sorry, I'm trying to pull up these comments, but StreamYard is very buggy with that, so... Well, it's November, Sock, so actually I don't really care about Christmas being shown right now. But now, Zack Snyder posts about Jared Leto. David Ayer, take notes. So he doesn't do this once. He does this twice. So, here we are. So here's a photo from the back. Dream lens, 50mm dream lens, Leica monochrome. I hope I pronounced that right. We know that I'm bad at pronouncing things. But I guess, Zod, when you first saw this photo, what was your reaction?
I said, well, in the back of my mind, I thought, it's coming.
It's coming, and we know that Jared Leto is definitely going to be part of it. So
yeah,
I love seeing that. You see the SWAT, and you see the gun that he's holding, and again, seeing that Batman Joker scene in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Again, it's my favorite. It's my all-time favorite Batman Joker scene, and the two of them didn't film together. I'm telling you, Zod, if I didn't know about this, I would have had no idea that Ben Affleck and Jared Leto didn't film together. It's so seamless.
Well, it's the seamless. It's the magic of editing.
And I know Richard Citrone was in that scene too, because he did the stand-in for Ben Affleck for Jared Leto. So I know certain shots you do see Richard Citrone and Jared Leto, because when an actor wears a mask, it's a lot easier to use a stunt double.
Sure.
But yeah. Sign of a lot of things coming. And now let's show. Now people may say, whoa, it's not his face. It's not his face. Maybe he's recasting Jared Leto. That is definitely Jared Leto's face. Another 50mm dream lens. Looking at this right here. And he's holding up 3 fingers. You're right, Sin Havoc. He is holding up 3 fingers, not 2. It's a little... like, the pinky is kind of like half up, but...
It's to show that he's going to do Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3.
Yes. And David Ayer, take notes, because this is your character, David Ayer. You are the one who cast Jared Leto as Joker, and Zack Snyder is generating more hype for your Joker than you have, with your being the loyal soldier to WB instead of fighting for your cuts.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying David Ayer, take notes? David Ayer, take notes. David Ayer, take notes. Zack Snyder's generating more hype for your Joker than you are, because Jared Leto's Joker is your character. And I'm saying multiple things again because I don't know what Sin Havoc told me to say again. I said multiple things. Oh, 3 fingers. 3 fingers. That's what you want me to say again. Okay. Yeah, 3 fingers. It's hard to see because that pinky finger is like half up, but still, though. Yeah, I honestly think the Ayer cut's biggest chance will be once Jared Leto's Joker is popular enough from ZSJL 2 and 3 that more people will want it.
Yeah, but at that point, will it really matter? I mean, we know we're going to get it, though. We know we'll get it because we're going to get everything. So, yeah.
I know we are, but
David Ayer is gonna get. We're gonna finally get to see David Ayer's film. Yeah, it's gonna happen. So, I'm not worried about it anymore. I mean, I've never been more confident that it's coming than I am now.
Oh, I still think we're gonna get it, but I still just think David Ayer.
Sure.
Just saying he should learn from Zack Snyder is all I'm saying, because I remember when he was first posting about Jared Leto's Joker, like showing photos before the release of the Snyder Cut. I remember that one post he said he tagged David Ayer. He said, "Honored to have our worlds collide," and showing the picture of Nightmare Joker holding up the card, but tagging David Ayer.
Yes.
Which you gotta admit, that was the ultimate GOAT move for Zack Snyder to even put Jared Leto in Zack Snyder's Justice League, because that was additional photography. At that point, nothing was canon to Zack Snyder's Justice League except for Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. So technically speaking, Zack Snyder could recast Joker, but he still chose to use Jared Leto. So shout out to Zack for doing that.
Yeah, because the Ayer cut was supposed to be a part of the Snyderverse. I mean, Ben Affleck has a sizable role in the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that's probably the one movie that outside of his directed movies that Zack Snyder was concerned with keeping continuity with, because that was for sure going to be part of his universe.
Absolutely. Yeah, when Zack was in charge. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I remember. And yeah, in terms of Margot Robbie, I don't think that we're going to see her again except for the Ayer cut. I think because she doesn't really want anything to do with Harley Quinn unless it's under James Gunn at this point. She's a loyal gun soldier, unfortunately, at this point. So, even though David Ayer was the one who cast her and basically gave her a career in the first place, but that's besides the point. And David Ayer just biding his time. Probably is. And look at, okay. What did you send us, Sin Havoc? Let's see. Okay, you know what? I'll share that, but that's going to come more into play in one of the next topics. So I'll hold on to that, though, Sin Havoc. That's a good point, Bishop. I mean, I don't know. Unless they're doing another Barbie movie soon. Because unfortunately, that Barbie movie gave Margot Robbie too much stock pull, which made it easier for her to have influence over the Ayer cut. But, well, DC Talk, in my opinion, I don't think Harley Quinn's important enough for a recast to happen. Like, here's my thing with recasting. Recasting is the ultimate continuity error. That this person just magically...
If they recast her, they should just give it to Tara Strong. Let her play it.
Oh, yeah. I think she'd do a great job as a live-action Harley Quinn. I'm just saying that...
She even looks the part. If you ask me, she looks the part better than Margot Robbie.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, no. I'm not saying I don't...
I mean, I would give it to Gaga too if she was interested in it. At this point, anybody, unlike certain characters, I don't think recasting Harley Quinn would be a big deal if you needed to. if she had an important role in the Nightmare timeline or in something in one of the other, like if she has a role in the Batfleck movie, like I wouldn't be opposed to recasting her, because whoever plays her is going to, have that same accent, have that same demeanor. I don't think it would be a big deal to recast her. I think it would be less of a big deal to recast her than it would some of these other characters. I would go as far as to say I would be more happy with her being recast than I was Henry Allen in the Flash movie. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I mean that's fair. I guess my main point is, if you're gonna, because
she's in makeup and she's, I mean it's
I mean, you could still kind of tell a little bit. My main point though is just basically, if the character is needed and the actor can't do it for whatever reason, I understand recasting. I just don't think Harley Quinn is that important of a character, because Zack Snyder killed her off in the Nightmare timeline. Like, Zack Snyder killed her off, so...
Yeah. So unless it's a flashback or she's in the Batman movie with Ben Affleck,
Well, you got to remember one scoop that Mikey Sutton said, though, was Punchline.
Yeah.
Because of Margot Robbie not wanting to do it. She said that's why they're going to move forward with Punchline, who's basically like a darker version of Harley Quinn. So...
Okay.
But, I mean, and here's the thing. Obviously, if Harley Quinn has a role in it, a big role that Zack Snyder and or Ben Affleck need her for, then yes, recast. I'm just saying, if the role's not that essential, I'd rather not see that continuity error. That's all I'm saying. Like, I would go as far as that as saying that outside of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, Darkseid, Lois, Joker, and Martian Manhunter, I would say outside of those 10, I honestly think any character just could be written out of the movie. But anyway, we're getting off on a totally different tangent right now, but anyways, just seeing Jared Leto's Joker, Zack Snyder hyping him up. Yep, you bet. You saying he is my Joker. He is absolutely my Joker. So, and now Batman's theory continued. So, as you know, I've been theorizing that I think Zack Snyder, in addition to teasing, we'll take this down right now, Man of Steel, or teasing ZSHL 2 and 3, that he's also teasing Man of Steel 2 and the Batfleck movie, because it's all been Superman and Batman related characters. Well, still seems to be the case, because Joker is Batman's archenemy. So
yeah.
So
seems
I still
like it.
And I've had a theory, Zod, about who Joker actually kills, instead of, like, you know how he kills Dick Grayson?
Mm-hmm.
I have a theory that he doesn't kill Robin, though. I have a theory that he kills Nightwing. Basically, in this theory, is Joker captures Nightwing, and as a form of psychological torture, dresses him up in his old Robin costume.
That's very possible.
Because it's totally something Joker would do.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. Batman would feel guilty because, his boy Wonder went alone. Because here's the thing. Joker says, why talk about how you sent a boy Wonder to do a man's job? Hold on, I hear an echo somewhere. I don't know if that's coming from me or if that's coming from you.
I don't know.
I'm going to turn down my volume, because sometimes when my volume's loud, I hear an echo, but...
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Okay, so, anyways. But basically, why would Batman send his sidekick alone on a mission to go after the Joker? I don't see him doing that for a Robin. But a Nightwing, he absolutely would do that, because then Nightwing's grown enough to be his own superhero. So I could totally see him sending Nightwing to go after Joker alone, but I don't see him sending Robin to go after Joker alone.
Well, in the original comic storyline, he didn't send Robin. Robin went after Joker on his own. Robin took it upon himself to go after Joker. It wasn't that Batman sent him. It was that Robin was hot-headed and wanted to go after the Joker because he was trying to save his mother. That's the comic book storyline. So if Zach is following the comics, maybe it wasn't that Batman actually sent him to do anything. It was Nightwing on his own. If your theory is correct, maybe it was the same circumstances. It was just Nightwing instead of Robin.
But Joker actually says, though, because he says to Batman, "Why you sent a boy wonder to do a man?"
I know what he said, but that doesn't mean that Batman actually sent him. It could be that it was just one of those things, But yeah, because Joker says a lot of things, so
that's a good point too. And
doesn't have to necessarily be true.
But one thing I will also say, watching Jared Leto's performance, it's like if I didn't know, I would honestly believe it was a different actor from Suicide Squad.
Well, Studio Squad changed Jared Leto's performance so much that it effectively is a different character. I mean,
even his pitch, like the pitch he gives as Joker, he has like a completely different pitch in the Nightmare timeline as he does in Studio Squad. Like he doesn't sound the same even.
Nope. It's a totally different performance. It's a different characterization. Studio Squad is not it's not the same tone. Studio Squad has more of a James Gunnish tone to it than what the Ayer cut is supposed to be.
Well, Sin Havoc, that according to David Ayer, that's not true, because David Ayer actually said that in his version of Suicide Squad, Batman after Joker kills Robin, he breaks Joker's teeth. He punches him so hard he breaks his teeth and damages his vocal cords. And then you see in Joker with broken teeth talking to Harleen Quinzel before she becomes Harley Quinn. David Ayer specifically said that edit of Harley Quinn being Joker's accomplice in the killing of Robin broke his timeline. So Harley Quinn wouldn't have been around when Robin died. But yeah, anyway, I think that I'm just doubling down on my theory that he's hyping up Man of Steel 2 and the Batflick movie, as well as ZSJL 2 and 3. So now I want to move on to this topic. Universal bids for WB, what this could mean. So this is something that happened recently, and then we'll also cover the article that Sin Havoc sent to us as well. But we'll probably cover it in the next topic, actually, after this, because that's more in line. But anyways, Comcast Universal officially exploring bid to buy Warner Brothers Discovery in a deal that could shake Hollywood. So basically, in a move that they were exploring a bid to acquire Warner Brothers, and then Comcast hired Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley to explore the possibility of a merger, even gaining access to WBD's internal data room to begin due diligence. And then, it would basically be a big consolidation with Universal, DreamWorks, and Illuminati under the same roof. And, I forgot to share my screen. Sorry about that. So let me just share my screen real quick. So, hire Goldman Sachs, and it would definitely help the streaming services compete against Netflix. And then theme park. This is the part that I'm interested in. If Universal were to get it, they could have more Warner Brothers in their theme park. They would have to buy out Six Flags for their contract, but Oh yeah, I know Sin Havoc. I know he killed him in Studio Squad. I was more talking about my theory for the Batflick movie, but yeah, I do know. And yes, but that would, to me, in all honesty, that would be the only good thing, is that we could get DC theming at Universal to take the place of Marvel, even. But I mean, now in my opinion, I'll let Zod go after I say this. I still think Netflix is the best bet. I still want Netflix. I still want Netflix to get this. I think if Netflix doesn't get this, though, Universal is the second best bet because Nolan is there. Now, granted, I wouldn't like two more theatrical studios merging because that's one less major theatrical studio out there. But I do think with Nolan there, we would get the conclusion for the Snyderverse. But I don't know, Zod, what are your thoughts on this?
I still think it's going to be Netflix as well. As far as Universal, I mean, as long as it's not, I would prefer Universal to Paramount for sure. I mean, but I don't know, man. I'm convinced it's going to be Netflix, so I'm not even really thinking about Universal at this point.
Okay, fair enough. And honestly, I'm the same way. I mean, I just, I like to cover all the different theories as they come on this channel and give my thoughts on them. But truth is, what this means for Netflix, I still think it's going to be Netflix because...
Well, yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Netflix is gonna come out on top, period.
Yes, exactly. And here's one point before I show Sin Havoc's article. I want to kind of address 2 points real quick. So, in sharing my screen, so... Look at Universal stock right now, 52.76. And then we're going to look at, hold on. We're going to look at Netflix stock next. So this is live. $1,120.07. And their stock is up as compared to Universal, which was going down. So, if Netflix wants it, Netflix is going to get it. Let's just be real here. Universal's going to put
That's what I think.
And now we're going to pull up an article from Sin Havoc. So, this was just sent to me during the stream, so I have not read this article yet. So normally I like to read my articles before I share them on stream, but when I get shared to them during the stream, that doesn't happen. So now, share screen. Netflix, Amazon, and Apple are reportedly interested in buying Warner Brothers. So all 3 major tech companies. So 3 of the rumored potential buyers for entertainment titan Warner Brothers Discovery are tech companies Netflix, Amazon, and Apple. Are all willing and all interested in buying Warner Brothers Discovery as a whole or acquiring pieces of the company, like its content libraries and production assets. So, yep, we announced that they were launching a review of strategic alternatives to maximize shareholder value in light of unsolicited interest in the company. So people are familiar with Bloomberg, that WBD has already passed on offers. Yep, including one to $24 per share. Paramount recently completed. Yep, because I think it was... Yep, a few offers from Paramount because Paramount's in debt right now and probably can't afford. But... Yep, and then we know they plan to split the cable and TV streaming business deal, so... But, oh yeah, that's a good point, Sin Havoc. He is becoming president of the Directors Guild of America. That's a really good point. And, yeah, I kind of hope Saudi Arabia government doesn't get it. I don't want to get too much into the politics of that, but I would rather it be Netflix.
I think it's going to be Netflix. I'm not,
Yeah. Because honestly, here's the thing: Netflix has the most money out of any of these companies. And now,
well, I mean, the Saudi government has more money than any of them. So, really, I think that's the biggest competition to Netflix. It's going to be one of those two.
Yeah.
Which is why I think it's going to be Netflix.
And I want to kind of clarify my point before people talk about Amazon and Apple. Yes, I'm aware that Amazon and Apple as companies are worth more than Netflix. Or let me actually double check that real quick. So Amazon stock is... Oh, wait. Amazon stock is less than Net... Okay, I'm looking this up on the spot, so... Oh, I don't know if it's like a... Okay, I guess maybe they're not worth more money? Oh, I don't know. But I'm just saying that Netflix is an entertainment company first and foremost, whereas Amazon is a shopping company first, and Apple is a tech company. Like when I say tech company, I mean they sell iPhones and Mac computers. Like that's their primary business. Whereas Netflix, their primary business is movies and TV shows. That's the point I was making.
Right. So streaming is their primary business. So they'll acquire all of that, and then the cable TV rights and all that will go somewhere else.
Yeah, because I don't think Netflix is going to want to buy the Discovery Global side of it. I think they just want the Warner Brothers side. I mean, heck, if Paramount wants Warner Brothers Discovery, you can take all the cable network channels. You can have all that stuff. You know, I don't care about CNN.
I mean, I could see Universal maybe picking that up. The Comcast side of it, I could see them picking up. I could see them picking up the cable side, you know, with the channels and all that. But Netflix for sure getting the Warner Brothers side of things.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And just, again, hopefully not Saudi Arabia. Wasn't really going to touch that one too much because... that
would be weird. Well, I mean, what would that even mean? Like, for the company? I mean, might still be good for Zach because, you know,
good relations with Zach, but I'm just saying there's certain politics I'm concerned about is all I'm going to say. I don't want to get too far into that.
Well, what I mean is that what I'm trying to figure out is what would that actually mean for Warner Brothers as a company? Like, what would, you know?
Oh, Universal probably get the cable channels.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's makes sense.
But yeah, I still think it's Netflix. I think it's going to be Netflix. I think this rumor is just kind of a smoke screen to... Honestly, what I think it is, well, one, Universal, I'm sure, wants it, but I also think it's just to kind of make Netflix pay more money. So it's like, you know, because if no one but Netflix bids, Netflix can buy for a lower price. If other companies bid, Netflix has to pay more money.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So just wanted to cover that because it's another rumor, and I like to cover all rumors and give my thoughts on them. But yeah, I still think it's gonna be Netflix. Huh? Okay. Turkey. I cannot pronounce that. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. But has the investment fund is cleaning the money. Okay. Okay. Don't know what that means exactly, but when it comes to other country governments, I trying to steer clear a little bit. But if they do buy Warner Brothers, I do have to somewhat talk about it. But yeah. But overall, I think we're both agreement. We still think it's going to be Netflix. So,
yep.
And at the end of the day, Zack Snyder is posting about doing more DC posts now with Jared Leto's Joker. So, you know, confirming the cast little by little and another smoke screen. So, oh, yep, I do know that, Sin Havoc. I do know that. So, I think there's a lot to look forward to. And coming up in about 2 weeks, Sox and I will be doing a review of Spider-Man No Way Home. And obviously, we'll cover more photos as Zack Snyder posts them. I'm hoping that I'll be covering an Ezra Miller photo soon. But anything you want to talk about, Zod?
No, I think it pretty much sums it all up. I mean, honestly.
All right. Well, thank you again for coming on. Can't wait for One Punch Stan. And guys, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more unique takes, interesting thoughts, and great discussions such as these. And on that note, any final words, Zod?
Pow pow.
Have a bat-tastic day.